We have a small message also from
Sai explained.
yes.
1 minute technical difficulties.
Yes, so we have a small message from Badama, who is, her name is also Sita, and Mami's name is also officially Sita.
Let me just check if the audio works.
So this is
नहीं तो माइक्रोफोन नहीं मिलेगा हाँ नए ऑडियो
the birthday wish.
Happy birthday to you. Happy Rajam. Hey Rajam. Rajam. Happy birthday to you, ma. பார்க்கட்டு வர ஹாப்பி பர்த்டே பார்த்துட்டீங்கன்னா
இப்போ பார்க்க முடியாது,
பார்க்க முடியாதா?
நாளைக்கு பார்க்க முடியும்.
நாளை யார் வரணும்?
ஓகே
பர்த்டே கொண்டாடி நான் தான் சொல்லுவான்.
ஓகே, வெரி குட்.
நாளையிலே தான் இருக்கு. நல்லா கொண்டாடியா?
சரி.
Yeah, that was it.
Oh, so sweet, so sweet. Thank you, Sai, for playing it for us.
I think that's the only video.
Okay, so over to the host.
No, I deliberately took a few seconds to take the mic because that, if ever there was an emotional moment today, that it was that. I mean, just a happy birthday was said, but the way in which it was said was all love, and that is the whole essence of her life. So, Jyoti, come forward. We held you up because the children.
Good afternoon, everyone. See, I'm not very conversant in Tamil, so I'm not very conversant in Tamil, so I'll speak in English. Yeah, that's I feel.
Hey, Amma,
Hello, I'm audible? Yes. Yes. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm not very conversant in talking eloquently in Tamil, so I better prefer English. And most of you here will understand English.
except Amma.
My Amma has learnt English also, and I'm going to talk simple. I'm going to speak simple this.
Later on, look at the video. She responded by saying, "Ellam theriyum, ellam theriyum."
பேசுறதெல்லாம் புரியும், நான் அത്ര வேகம் பேச
very good.
அவ்வளவுதான்.
Yes. The first I talk about my Sita Attai, who had now called, who was on the video from US. Initially, when my mother came on marriage to Bombay from a small village, Toduvarai, in Idukki district of Kerala, and her father's house is still there, she had come, I believe she lived initially with the Sita Attai's house at Borivali. And then she shifted to Matunga, and then we shifted to Chembur. So initial days she was with that Attai of mine, Sita Attai, Raji's mother. She was with them. Initially they have lived. And she learned nuances of life and matters of early married life and all with her. And then even now she is very close to her, and in our teens and early years, when Sita Attai from there came to Ghatkopar to live from Borivali, she used to come for everything in our house, for everything. She would first come on the previous day to help my mother. That was the thing. Even my grandmother and all were there at home. And now coming back to our life at Chembur, where my grandmother was there, my dad, my Lalita Attai, my youngest Attai now, who is in France, she has lived, and this Chitti, my mother's Devrani, Krishnan Chittappa and Chitti. We were all joint family. My grandmother, my Chittappa, my Attai, and my parents, and my, of course, Rajan Ramani and Appa. So it was a life we led, challenging times with so many things. And then, when we went to school also, my mother will just dress us up and send us to school. She was not very this thing about what we studied, because she was, household chores was this. And later on, when the nucleus family system came, when my Chittappa and all got married, and when my Attai went to Paris after her wedding, it was a normal life we led. And when I came to teens, and when my dad went to Middle East for a few years, That is the time when mother and daughter became more close when I was in college. I used to always feel, my mother used to always tell one thing. See, we working at home, we are hardly recognized. When we go out and work, we get a different recognition. I was like this in a small village I've come, but I learned so many things from my mother-in-law and my in-law's side. She writes excellent letters. She writes in Malayalam. I too have some of my letters because I was away from her for some time. So, she writes excellent letters. And not only that, every letter will have something she has conveyed. Be it, nowadays perhaps people take only of recipes, that is also YouTube has come. But others, some small little matters of life and journey of life, she tells. And come to my office days. When I was initially in office, that was the time she had spare time, children had grown up. She went to Narayaniyam class. Most of you will be aware, Narayaniyam of Bhattadiri. She went to that class and she came home and she taught me a few verses, and sometimes that class was held in our house. That's why I took interest in Narayaniyam. No doubt I was a Balvihar student of Chimya Mission, but that Narayaniyam and all I learned from her. And to be very honest, I've rarely cooked at my home. I've never done cooking at my home. My mother used to cook, we used to eat. Honestly, I'm telling you, I've never cooked. I used to read newspaper, and she was also interested. She would always read Tamil magazine. And her writing abilities are very good. Because to understand her language, my dad thought at least one of the children should know Malayalam. She was not writing in Tamil, she used to write only in Malayalam. So Shankar, my younger brother Ramani, was put to Malayalam medium school. My dad was also so thoughtful in that way, I used to always think, now in introspection. Because next generation, they won't know this thing. So she said, my wife is not so conversant in writing in English, so one of the child should know her daughter. So in SIS school in Matunga, he was admitted to Malayalam medium. However, my mother has learned Tamil, whether we learn Malayalam or not from our books and things like that. She now writes in Tamil, she reads Tamil, and of course English also. And many other things. Sai. It was a crossroads of life for every next generation when they get a child, what to do, children, a child has come, transferable job. I just requested, he said, okay. Then I didn't know, everybody goes through challenging phase at that time. And I just told Amma, can you manage? That if you live here, I will manage. Enna vaashila vandu avana paathukanamna ennala mudiyadhu. That time Rajan and Ramani weren't understand. So that was the thing. So in every phase of life, she said, if you leave him here, I'll look after. I cannot come to Vashi because she has a husband, her unmarried sons and all to take care at home. That is the thing. And another thing, Narayaniyam and small little things of nuances of cooking I have learned. Although cooking per se, I cannot level her at all. But nuances of cooking and looking after Sainath was the biggest boon for me. Had she not been there at that time to look after my child, I don't think Jagdish and I would have been in this position today, what we are. That Jagdish also will definitely agree. The crucial 8 to 10 years of our life, Sainath was with her. That was a turning point in our life in many ways and in many matters. Well, Amma, Anega Kodi Namaskara. I'll just quote from one verse from Narayaniyam. It is good for everybody to recite, and most of you may be aware of it. Asmin paratman anupatmakalpe tamitam uttarmita padmayoni ananta bhuma mamarogarasim nivitti varalaya vasa vishnu asmin paratman anupatmakalpe tamitam uttarmita padmayoni ananta bhuma mamarogarasim nivitti varalaya vasa vishnu. This is, I think, from 13th to 8th chapter, 13th verse of that. It's believed if you recite this every day, we will not fall ill at all, physically. thought I'll recite this. Thank you. And we were very happy.
Thank you.
Hello everybody. First, thank you all for being here to celebrate Sarayu's first birthday and my mother's 100th birthday. So that is, thank you all for a working day. And with all other commitments, all of you are here. I'm very, very happy about it and thankful to all of you. Well, to speak about my mother is easy and difficult at the same time. Because I've grown with her. I have memories of her as a child in Township Colony, in Tilak Nagar now. And there are flashing memories. There are memories which are very clear and crystal. Now, one thing everybody talked about is unconditional love. Yes, as a child, we all got unconditional love from her. But everything else came with conditions. Okay, apart from love, everything else came with conditions. Well, that is how upbringing is, and these days we don't, we are very lenient towards our children, but those days it was not like that. There was a sense of discipline being inculcated, which we realized later is important for us in our life. And that definitely we got from her. More, because father was not available most of the time. He was in office, he used to come late, and used to be with her. Now, I have seen her at close quarters. We went through a lot of difficulties in life, challenging times. It started with my surgery of my eye. Then a lot of things happened. Then Shanti's father fell ill, he came here. Then Atte got married. Everything happened in 1 year in 66. And the resilience I saw from Amma and Appa was phenomenal. That is one thing I have learned from them. Sorry, I'm a bit emotional. That has served me in good stead all through my life. Every situation, to be calm, to be collected, to find a solution, something I've learned from her. Why I'm emotional is something I should tell you. I've seen her in close quarters with great difficulties in life, with many times limited availability even of food. She has managed in the house, which I know, I have seen it. She has not shared with anybody. I know on a few occasions she has gone with her food sometimes. But the point is that this is a learning thing for me, because the resilience she saw, I learned from her. What she did was something phenomenal. And it stood me in great, it was a great asset to me when I managed life, when I went through challenging times, when I went through difficult times, was something that came to my mind, how she managed. And I managed to get out of my life. It's something very important I learned from her. The unconditional love remained. Now, I can tell you, my school friends recollect her food. When they come home and add food. My office colleagues recollect. Anand knows. They keep on telling every time we meet, we still miss your Amma's idli every time it used to come in the dabba. And it was not like that. They used to call her up and say, please send idli for us. Then Mummy used to give me, what is this? I said, your phone came from your office and office colleagues said, you please take this and go. That is how it is. So, of course, many instances were recounted by a lot of people here. We talked about the accident. But one funny thing he forgot to tell you. What happened was somebody crossed and they hit my left hand when I was holding the gear. And I put my feet down and the vehicle was moving. So he was a pillion, he fell down. I fell down. But the amazing part is that the bike did not lose balance. It crossed the road and straight went on the other side. Now the gentleman who got her saw a bike coming at him without a rider. So that was the best part of it. Of course, that time we were terrified and scared what happened. But the point is that later on. So it was a very, very funny incident. And we had to take it. Yeah.
Autonomous car.
No.
Autonomous.
No, with Ganesh also there was an accident that happened, which I would like to recount. It was those post stock exchange blast in the riots. we both were coming back from Mattuga, and near the Sumannagar signal, one fellow crossed. So I stopped. He also stopped. Then he started running. I hit him. There was no option. I hit him. He fell down. I fell down. And the bike fell down. Okay, now what happened? The best part is that it was curfew. There was no traffic on the road. Now the fellow who hit my vehicle was flat on the road, face down, in the middle of the road. And he fell down, and he had a head injury, and he was bleeding from his head. Now I knew for a fact that he blanks out when he has an injury. So I told him, you please sit in this divider. And then I saw that fellow on the middle of the road. I said, some vehicle will go over him, it's gone. So I pulled him and put him on the divider. Luckily, this accident happened exactly next to the traffic police booth in Suvarnagar signal. So in that particular signal, the police came immediately with the jeep, and somebody called out, Rajan, what happened? Then I said, who is there now at this time who knows me here? It fortunately was a friend of mine who we were together in civil defense. He said, what happened? I said, this is what has happened now. So I said, you please take my number. Only landlines were there. I said, you call my home, and if my brother picks up, you talk to him. If my mother or father picks up, please don't tell him anything. Then I gave another friend's number to him. I gave Suresh's number. And then he called up Suresh, and Suresh came there. So now the best part is that the fellow who fell down, the police picked him up and saw he was drunk completely. So the police gave him one slap, put him in the jeep. We put both of us also in the jeep. And then with siren blasting, we went to Rajawadi Hospital because he was hurt. Then the doctor attended to him. And then, of course, as usual, as Ravi rightly said, I didn't have a license. That was another problem. So the police fellow came, and it was his first case. The traffic constable who came, that was his first case in his life, right? So he said, "ये मेरा first case है, तो मैं बोला police station नहीं जाएंगे हम लोग." He wanted to go to the Ghatkopar police station. He said no. Then the best part is that Rajawadi Hospital attended us immediately, and we went back home. Our friend managed the police fellow. And the best part is that the next day when I told this, when I came back home and told this, my father was there. My father said, I want to meet Ganesh first. Okay? And my mother said the same thing. Why every time you take somebody who is the sole male member of that house, first you did that to Ganesh? Why you do this? So this is what happened. The next day, of course, everything was fine. I had some scratches, he had some injury, everything was fine. What I'm trying to tell you is that at every stage, her concern was about others. Her concern was about people around us. And she always used to say that, fine, whatever you do, ensure that others are not hurt by your actions. That's very important. And everybody who has met her, all through this, whether it's my school friends or my college friends or my colleagues in office, still remember her and always say, please convey our wishes to her. And the best part is that they say that she's a very loving lady. And their interaction has been very minimal. And that is the unconditional love they have experienced from her. And all the conditional love we experience from her. Because of that, we are here. We have done decently well in life. And that is thanks to her and thanks to her upbringing. Thank you very much, Amma. Amma, thank you very much for everything. And God bless you.
What time of the day did that bike accident happen? Ballpark. The first one. Wait, no. Oh, but I was not drunk. Did I ask him that? Did I ask him that? I didn't ask him. I'm a naive guy, yeah? Nice guy. I don't ask such questions. No, 1 minute. The reason I'm asking you.
The first accident you're talking about? Yes. At that time I was not even drinking.
No, but what time of the day did that happen? Ballpark. Evening 6 o'clock. 5 o'clock. No wonder that fellow on the scooter got scared. You saw a plane bike coming, you said, Deen dahade bhoot aa gaya. Bhoot chala gaya. So that's why he also skipped across, you see. All the best. Let's, yeah, Prabha and Padma and...
Hello. They say that a lady, after getting married, she makes a home heaven or she makes it hell. So, my mother-in-law, I think she has been instrumental in bonding all the family members, the big joint family, and a big thanks to her from what I've heard from all that. And when I got engaged, on the day of engagement, my childhood friend said, Prabha, your mother-in-law is very sweet, don't trouble her. So I think I have not troubled her and we have managed to pull along for 32 years. So she's like a mother to me. And हम लोग का गाड़ी चलता ही रहता है, तू मैं होता रहता है, but still we are pulling along. So I don't know like how to say, like I love you, Amma. Thank you.
Yeah.
Get something from
Before Shankar speaks, there was one commonality that came through in what Rajan and Shankar said. You know, Shankar humorously, when we were talking about the accident, and I think Ravi Gopal said, policeman asked me for something, pocket la paisa irukale. Shankar from there humorously said, "Aatali irukale andakanga." And Rajan also said that to people like us, it becomes impossible to imagine, writers of our dreams, how such people built families with such amazing value systems with very little in the coffers those days. And anybody who came in got high quality food. It's most amazing, let alone, you know, the Gen Y and Gen Z. For them, I don't even blame them if you don't get it. Sometimes even I find it difficult to get that. And that's the most amazing part of it. And I want to bring that forward because both of them mentioned about that. Come, Shankar.
Thanks, KK. I'll not take long. All I want to do is, Amma, I want to thank you, Chalna. I want to sorry, Chalna. Actually, I don't know. I have never thanked her, not ever told her sorry. So I am sure I would have given her my own difficulties to her. Just remember one incident. I went all the way to Martungad to school. And in those days, during lunchtime when I used to come out, she used to stand there. I wonder now, in those days, how she used to travel. The lady who didn't know how to reach anywhere would have taken an 8 limited bus and come to this thing, and she would have given me in that. She would bring that Darinjadam. So I think all those things I could never imagine then, how sweet and how difficult she has gone through to take care of me. And whenever I used to bring my friends from college or everybody used to come, I never used to tell her. I used to just bring her for lunch and things like that, and it would be ready. Not only her, I think I used to visit most of my attais. Sida Attai was one, Alibel Attai was one, I remember them. I used to just walk in and have food there. So I think those ladies then had a very great this thing. आज किसको घर पे breakfast भी चाय बुलाने के लिए बोलना पड़ता है कि भाई आ रहा हूँ चाय के लिए. नहीं तो चाय मिलेगा कि नहीं मालूम नहीं. आदमी मिलेगा कि नहीं मालूम नहीं. So I think, Amma, thank you very much. So I don't have to say much. Everybody is hungry also. And Padma will probably find the same. Amma, thank you very much, and sorry for everything if I have hurt you in my life. Thank you. It was all nice.
Thank you. I thought Padma wanted to have the last word, but my wife Shobha just indicated to me saying that I want to come forward. She always has the last word at my home. I never realized that she wants to have the last word here also. Now I want both of you to choose amongst yourself who wants to have the last word. That's she. She's the one. She's the one.
Madam Central.
Okay, good afternoon to all, and I've been hearing so much about Amma, and that resonates so much for me with my own mother. So I came from one family that had similar values into another family, and it has been a wonderful 30-year journey. Now, they always say a mother-in-law, daughter-in-law relationship is a karmic relationship, and that relationship is something that always is a problematic relationship. So if I say our relationship has only been great, yes, it has been great, it's been wonderful. So when we used to have our get-togethers, like the kitty parties we used to have for some time, and then we had two people there out of the 15-20 who would always bitch about their mother-in-law. And I would always wonder, why are they doing that? So once they asked me to say something about your mother-in-law. So I was thinking, what should I say? I said, I don't want to say too much about my mother-in-law, but I'll just say this one line. My mother-in-law is Kam Sasu Zyada Ma. And that's our relationship. So the Sasu part also happens. We do have our rifts, but what's important is how we solve it. It's solved so well, so amicably that no trace of the rift remains. So I think that's the wonderful compatibility. I'll say that all three of us have Prabha, me and Amma. So it's not just me and Amma, but Prabha, me and Amma, that's how it is. That we do have our little bit here and there, but nothing has really flared up into anything. That today I feel so wonderful. I'm full of only good memories when I think about our relationship. Those memories just go away. But I'd like to just share one nice incident which I had forgotten. But she reminded me about 5 years ago, and since then I never remember. So this is that about the love, the unconditional love of a mother for the sons. Okay? And many times that's what comes between the daughter-in-law and the mother-in-law, but here nothing came in between us. This is just a nice joke. So I was laying the table, and there was some pade chadam, nethatha chadam. That is a previous night's rice for those who don't understand Tamil. So that was also on the table. The kids had eaten, and Rajan came to eat, and Amma was standing there. So I said, Rajan, please take some of this also today. So Amma was confused. She said, why are you telling him to take this? Then he ate. And he went because he was rushing somewhere. And after that, when we sat to eat, she said, "Nee Rajan the padichadam kurtiye. Apdiyen pannai." I said, "Enna patta ithrandalya na mattu chapad mudiyadhu. So we have to finish it together. It's for both of us. I won't give it." She said, "Naan appadi eppa irundha kuda appakku dhaan kudupen. Nee kolandigalukku kudukave maaten." So I said, "Na adhe dane padinen." And on that note, Amma, our life together, our journey together has been wonderful. Look forward to it continuing and continuing and continuing. Thank you everybody for being here to share this moment with us.
She's one of the most renowned professors in the University of Mumbai, and the lasting message she left there was, there may be rifts, but how you resolve it and ensure that they don't remain is what sustains life. Wonderful. Yes, she's my wife, by the way. So let me first thoda maska marna padta hai na mic mein aane ke pehle.
By the way, wife.
Hi, I'm Prabha's sister. Mommy has been so loving and caring. And I just want to thank Mommy. I'm carrying her every time another Prabhata and told Dabba, Shobha kudu. You know, after I lost my mother, it is Mommy. She has guided me, helped me and everything. And Imnikim, tired, she will come out and when the hello chuli patient over balcony on the Tata I always tell Prabha, you're very lucky to get a mother-in-law. And Mommy, we all love you. Thank you so much for everything.
We have a cake over here, which was supposed to be cut by the 1-year-old, and the 90-year-old together. The 1-year-old is smart enough to realize now, he's heard us, that the 90-year-old has been given not just 10 years, for a century, much more than that. He realizes he's in safe hands to be taken care of by this 90-year-old for a good part of his life. So while he has his nap, let's have Mommy to come and cut the cake on this wonderful occasion. And rather than welcoming her forward, I request as many as possible from you to escort her over here and have the cake cut. Having said all that you've said over here, I think the best thing we could do is hold her hand and
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday just for you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Just a day, just another year, good in our eyes, you are the best. Gonna love you above the rest. Oh, oh. May the times always smile on you, may happiness always come your way. We're here to love you, we're here to celebrate your day. Oh yeah. We wish the best on what the best can be. All the best we wish for you, that all your dreams come true. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear friend. Happy birthday to you.
बड़ी सासू माँ
ಟಿಶ್ಯೂ ಪೇಪರ್ ಗಲೆ ಪ್ರಭಾ ಹಂಗಿರ್ತೀನಿ
ನಾನು
I have a Sanskrit birthday song. It's composed by Pujya Guruji Swami Tejomayanand ji of Chinmayananda. Janmadinamidam hai priya sakhe, Janmadinamidam hai priya sakhe, Shantanotu te sarvada mudam, Shantanotu te sarvada mudam, Prathayamahe भवशतायुषी प्रार्थयामहे भवशतायुषी ईश्वर सदा त्वां च रक्षतु ईश्वर सदा त्वां च रक्षतु पुण्यकर्मण कीर्तिमर्जय पुण्यकर्मण कीर्तिमर्जय जीवनं तव भवतु सार्थकम् जीवनं तव भवतु सार्थकम् जन्मदिनमिदं ऐ प्रिय सखे जन्मदिनमिदं ऐ प्रिय सखे शन्तनोतु मे सर्वदा मुदं शन्तनोतु मे सर्वदा मुदं सर्वदा मुदं सर्वदा मुदम्
Thank you. KK.
Thank you, मतलब lunch के लिए है ना?
Yeah.
जैसे पानी बताशे हाथों से ना जाने दे हले हले झरोके चल खोले खुशी के थोड़ी हवा तो आने दे दबे दबे पाँव जरा चले आओ ये पल मिलेंगे कहाँ ये जिंदगी है और क्या एक चुटकुला हंस दे जरा खफा खफा क्यों है तू छोटे छोटे तमाशे जैसे पानी बताशे हाथों से ना जाने दे हौले हौले झरोके चल खोले खुशी के थोड़ी हवा तो आने दे रततता थोड़ी थोड़ी जोरा जोरी थोड़ी थोड़ी चोरी शोरी कर ले भोली भाली प्यारी प्यारी यादें सारी झोली में आ भर ले परड़ा पपारा थोड़ी थोड़ी जोरा जोरी थोड़ी थोड़ी चोरी शोरी कर ले भोली भाली प्यारी प्यारी यादें सारी झोली में आ भर ले ये जिंदगी है और क्या एक चुटकुला हंस दे जरा खफा खफा क्यों है तू छोटे छोटे तमाशे जैसे पानी बताशे हाथों से ना जाने दे हौले हौले झरोके चल खोले खुशी के थोड़ी हवा तो आने दे रततता खट्टे मीठे आमों जैसे पेड़ों से आलम है सारे थोड़े रेशा रेशा धागा धागा दिलों की ये मोती माला जोड़े पप्पा खट्टे मीठे आमों जैसे पेड़ों से आलम है सारे थोड़े रेशा रेशा धागा धागा दिलों की ये मोती माला जोड़े ये जिंदगी है और क्या एक चुटकुला हंस दे जरा खफा खफा क्यों है तू छोटे छोटे तमाशे जैसे पानी बताशे हाथों से ना जाने दे हौले हौले झरोके चल खोले खुशी